Welcome back on our discussion on sharpening. In this lesson we're going to use a different sharpening technique. So I'm going to go over here to my original image. I'm going to go to Image, Duplicate, and we'll call it, we're going to call this Smart Sharpen. So this way we know what it is. And we'll double click on the Zoom tool to make it 100%. I'm going to actually go to my Layers panel and press Control J to duplicate it, instead of changing it to a smart filter this time, just something different. I'm going to go to Filter, Sharpen, and use Smart Sharpen. And now Smart Sharpen, we can choose between Basic or Advanced. Basic is the same controls we saw as amount, radius, we just don't have the threshold. You have more accurate here. You can check and you can remove blur. And I usually just leave it on lens blur, but we have other ways. And make sure your preview is checked. You can save your settings or trash it. But if you go over to Advanced, you can actually sharpen the shadow and the highlight, which is really nice. But we're just going to use the basic here. So I'm going to go ahead and sharpen it. As you can see here, that's definitely over the top. But it seems like it's a lot nicer than the unsharp. It's a little bit more gentle. Okay, maybe there. Okay, and I'm going to click OK. And when I click OK, I can actually go over to Edit, Fade Smart Sharpen, and then change the blend mode to luminosity, as we talked in the previous lesson, to prevent the color shifts. And I can actually fade my sharpening. So you can see before and after. So maybe bring it down to maybe 80%. So that's a nice option that you can do, but you have to make sure that it's the next step after you click OK. It has to be the next step in order for you to fade this, because if you do something else, then this command goes away and you have to start all over. So I'm going to click OK. Now let's talk about one more way to sharpen, and there are many ways to sharpen, and always remember sharpening is done at the last, as I said previously. Just want to reiterate that. Now I'm going to go back to my original image. I'm going to go to Image, Duplicate, and we'll call this High Pass. This is another way to sharpen an image. I'm going to press Control J on this, and I'm going to go to Filter, Other, High Pass. And you'll see it change into this ugly grayness. Well, you can increase it and then it kind of goes away. Put it here and then you don't see anything. So you kind of want to just increase this filter to right when you get to the edges. So nice and crisp edges, but not too much, because you can already see you're having some problems there in the W. I'll just try it and see what happens. And then you're going to click OK. And the gray areas where it's not going to sharpen, and the areas that you see the little lines, the outlining, is where it's going to sharpen. And now you're going to say, but wait a minute, it didn't work, because we have to change this mode to Overlay or Soft Light. Alright, and then you can reduce the opacity and have it blend in with the previous image below. But let me go back here. Okay, and let me use this arrange. I like to click on the beginning and then click on the arrange. And we're going to float all these together. Oh, we're not able to get them all, unfortunately. Let me see if maybe I can reduce it to bring it in. No, it's not going to allow me to do it, unfortunately. Okay, well, this is the original image. This is the high pass, and this is the smart sharpen. Do you see that much of a difference between these two? Which one is better to you? I actually like this smart sharpen, but the high pass, I could have just reduced the radius and made that maybe blend in a little bit better. Now let me look at the other one. Let me put the sharpen copy here. There we go. Now we have this was the unsharp mask. This is the high pass, and this is the smart sharpen. So you can see which one you would like to use, which one gives you the best results. But there are many different ways to sharpen an image. Mostly what I use is high pass and smart sharpen. And remember, again, it's always done at the end of your photo correction process.